In order to jump well, the most important thing is to get a good running start. My name's Silvia. I'm 12 years old, and I'm a gymnast. I'm Czech, and I live in Prague, the city of 1,000 bells. It's true that there's a church on almost every corner in Prague, but 1,000? I'm not so sure about that. If you want, though, you could always try to count them. As a gymnast, I'm not really a beginner. In fact, I'm #1 in my category on the national level. Not bad, huh? Of course, I also take classes, and every day after school, I walk across most of the city to go work out at the Prague Athletic University. It's an awful long way. I could take a tram, but I prefer walking. It's the best kind of warm-up you can get. Since I want to be a superstar, I have to train at least 5 hours a day. And when I'm getting ready for a meet, I have to work overtime. I have to be really careful each time I work out. I've learned that my body is a precious instrument and that I really have to take care of it. I have to wear all sorts of padding to protect my wrist and hands. That way I don't hurt myself when I'm training. A little chalk on the hands and off I go. Check out the way I do a sun. A sun is what we call a full rotation around the uneven bars. There are also pads so that you can land softly. At the beginning of each new routine, you have to do all the movements one by one so that you'll know them really well. I always start out slowly and watch what the others do. That way, I don't make the same mistakes. I admire the strength it takes for the boys to do the parallel bars. I'm especially impressed by Mietslav, but I don't tell him. He already shows off enough as it is. Sometimes we really fool around before starting to work out. It loosens us up, but when it's time to get serious, you've got to go for it. We set up the springboard ourselves. We're the only ones who can judge where the right spot is. If it's off just by a few inches, you can really wipe out. A good warm-up is crucial. That way you avoid spraining or tearing muscles. This is Anna, my trainer. We've been working together for 4 years. It's thanks to her that I've become the best in my category. I think that Anna knows me as well as my own mother does. She knows how far I can go. My goal is to go to the Olympic Games, and Anna knows that I can do it. That's why she really pushes me hard. She always wants me to go a little farther, and she makes me practice my figures over and over again until they're perfect. With Anna, I can guarantee you that you don't sit around. In floor gymnastics, you have to be able to follow the rhythm of the music. On the beam, it's the same thing. It's a little like classical dance, except that we've always had to be balanced. But I've always got music playing in my head, and keeping the rhythm helps me forget that devil of a beam. It's the best way to stay up on it. Anna's got an eagle eye when it comes to picking out my mistakes. It's true that certain kinds of mistakes can take off tons of points in competition. So I have to be super careful because in 2 days, the first championships of the season begin. I've really got to come through. I've got a title to defend. Floor is one of my favorite exercises. Here we get a chance to choreograph ourselves. That's why I take dance classes several times a week in addition to my training. I prefer the floor because it's less brutal than the vault horse of the parallel bars. And you can choose your own music, or almost, because the judges have really old-fashioned taste. You'd never believe how much details like that count. I don't think they're what's really important, though. I'm a Prince fan. I thought up some great routines to go with some of his songs, but I had to give up on them because the music was too wild for the judges. It's no big deal, though, because after my gymnastics career, I want to become a choreographer. I'd like to have my own company of dancers. With all the ideas I have for directing, I'm sure I'll knock them out. Speaking of getting knocked out, I've made some mistakes and Anna's seen them. Hey look, the little ones are starting to arrive. They squeal so much you'd think it was recess. They're the only ones you can hear in the gym. It reminds me of when I started doing gymnastics 7 years ago. I was as big as a half pint. I took a beginner's course and wanted to keep going. To become number one, you've got to start when you're 4 or 5 years old. Otherwise, it's too late. For all those little girls, I'm already an old hand. It's too much, isn't it? The last day before the meet. I should have left school a little earlier to have more time for training. I've got to be really careful not to slip in the staircase. It would be really stupid if I broke something today. I really want to win a medal, and not just a chocolate one. I want a gold medal. But this year, the competition's going to be harder than last year. I'm going to have to hang tough. The night before a sports meet, I'm always worried. You pace around, you worry, you've got stage fright. Your legs are sore because of the intense training, and your hands are more wrecked up than usual. Mother always says you have to suffer to be beautiful. I don't know about that, but to be a champion, you definitely have to suffer. I worry so much the night before my competitions that sometimes I'm less flexible than usual. My muscles tighten up all by themselves, and I have to warm up a lot longer. I'll use the time to really get concentrated. That's also a form of warming up. My mother and my little brother couldn't resist. They've come to watch me warm up. It's funny. Mom is even more nervous than I am. It's because she used to be a gymnast. She's who I get it from. When I was a baby, she took me to her workouts. That's why the gym is like my second home. I feel like I belong here. This is a real torture device. But since I want to be the best, there's no getting around it. Anna's here to watch. There's what you call a stressful atmosphere here tonight. We're all going to be competing in different divisions tomorrow, so to forget our fear, we try to relax between exercises by smiling at each other and telling jokes. Well, at least we try, but our hearts aren't really in it. I'm as stubborn as a mule. If I haven't done my exercise perfectly, I'll do it over 100 times. Gymnastics requires effort, stubbornness, and a whole lot of patience. He's Miloš Kaleška. 30 years ago, he was a great athlete. He did the Olympics in Munich. We all admire him a lot. Today, he's come to show me pictures and tell me about some of the things that happened to him during the meets. The boys had better be nice to him because he's the judge of the men's competitions. I love talking to Miloš myself. He always puts you in a good mood before competitions. The vault horse is my weak spot, and Anna knows it. She always stays near me to give me advice, even for the choice of my leotard. Because if you want to please the judges, you've got to look great. And I know that she'll be there tomorrow, right next to the mat, sending out positive vibrations to help me win. She's really cool.
A těma rukama se tam museli pomáhat. No to už bylo důsledek, jo? Potřebuješ se do toho začátku dostat nohama.
She never gets tired of going over my flips and leaps. If it weren't for her, I'd have given up a long time ago. The big day's coming up, and there's a lot of pressure on both of us. Tonight I have to go over my routines again and again. The transitions have to happen automatically. I need to be super concentrated. The big day is finally here. The judges don't look like they're gonna go easy on us. It's not gonna be easy to walk away with first place. There's a ton of people in the gym. You'd think you were at a rock concert. Yikes, it's gonna be my turn soon. Everybody says that the judges are really unfair. I'm delighted. That's just great. Of course, my parents are here, and Mom's come to give me some last-minute advice. She reassures me and encourages me. It's good for me. It makes me forget my stage fright a little. Mom reminds me that I can't forget to smile while I'm doing my routines. I have to make this look easy. Who are they kidding? But I know my mom's right. It's really important to smile. I'll do my best. Here we go, it's my turn. My 3 friends, Dana, Teresa, and Miriam, have come to cheer me on. It's so nice. I really appreciate it. I'm on the balance beam, and nothing else matters. Not even the judges. What a miracle. My body remembers the routine all by itself. My balance is perfect, and my jumps just flow. Everything depends on my dismount. My friends are clapping. That's a good sign. I must not have been too bad. Oh, but I forgot to smile again. Incredible! The judges have given me a gold medal. It's too much. I love doing better than I've ever done before, and winning, of course. Well, I'll see you at the Olympic Games, okay? I'll be counting on you.
Run it faster than you did before. Hold it every time you go for more. Win it, break the limits as you're soaring high. Never be a loser. Every time you're racing the race, you got to be a champion. Do it, do the best you can succeed. Get it, reach your goal and take the lead. All you got to be in your life is be a champion. Run it faster than you did before. Hold it every time you go for more. Win it.